Alright guys, so I had some problem with my audio and it did not record my round here. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This was one of the worst rounds I've played in a very long time. Or is it called a, yes, I guess it's the game, so I should say. One of the worst games I've played in a while here. You'll see why shortly. Yeah, right now we're just looking at the leaderboards, not the leaderboards, what am I saying here? The bracket for the tournament. I'm talking a lot here, don't really know what I'm saying, but we are up against, who are we up against? Come on. I can't see because I have my box around my area there. But we're up against an opponent, and I think I'm the higher seed in this one. I think I'm 14 is the seed I got. I think I'm 14th seed. But yeah, this is the elimination. It's the first round of it. I was saying here, yeah, that's my opponent right there on the screen. And even if we win this, we would have to play quite a good opponent at a number, does that say number 3 seed? I cannot really tell from the video I'm watching on my computer here. But yeah, that player got like a very good score in the qualification, so they got a bye. There just weren't many people playing in this tournament for some reason. 32 spots were open, but not all 32 were filled just because of the lack of players. So I think I'm just going on about that. Come on, Scooter, let's move to the next area here. Oh, come on, man. All right, got it. Okay, so here I am looking at the map, right? And I'm saying, okay, great. We're gonna have another Japan map, and we're gonna do, well, we got 4.5 minutes in each round, and I was thinking like, okay, you know, I can do this, just kind of talking through maybe what would be good or bad about what we're going to be playing. And I missed something there. See how it says Shikoku on there? That's a very tiny island in like south of Osaka, I think like east of Hiroshima. And I totally missed that. So right now I'm playing this thinking I'm going to be using all of Japan as a possibility here. That's where I had the big fail. So I'm going down this road, keep on going, and not really seeing much here. Okay, I see Maeyama. See where it says Maeyama? Oh, I guess maybe you don't see that, but it's Maeyama, that kanji. Maeyama Damu Kyanpu. Joel. So it's like a camping ground in an area called Maeyama. And I was like, great, got the city name, or the town name or whatever. Perfect. And so I'm just going down here trying to see if I could find anything else. And so far I haven't really seen anything. Keep going. So at this point I saw that again, Maeyama right there, the Maeyama Elementary School, and I was thinking, okay, we're in an area called Maeyama, right? Pretty sure about it. I see that sign there. It says 3 on it, so that means we're on a road with 3. Okay, you are about to witness the biggest fail ever. Also, we see a sign for Sanukishi, which is a city name, and I'm like, okay, great, we got a city name too, and we have this Maeyama, so interesting. And I was thinking, you know, I'm getting some northern vibes here, maybe in the central or northern part of Japan, not knowing it was Shikoku that was only available. I just totally blanked my mind. You can even see it there, it says in the top right map, Shikoku, Japan. Totally blew right past that, and I don't know, but I kept scanning. I'm in Yamagata now. Keep on going up. Miyagi. Can't find this Maeyama. I am so far from Shikoku. It's not even funny here. I'm way other side of the country. And another thing is with these, actually, wait, I think I'm gonna do something real quickly. I'll talk about that in a second. Hold that thought. But yeah, okay, so now I'm over here in Aomori. I'm looking. I see a 4 road, and I'm like, oh, okay, there must be 3 nearby, right? And so I'm looking up here. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path. Just keep scanning, and what is that? Right there. Nope, I haven't found it yet. Oh, there it is. Look at that, Maiyama. Okay, so I see Maiyama, but it's a train station here. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's this area. Maybe that kind of explains it. Why there's Sanuki and then Maiyama. I can see kind of both of those. Maybe it's like the area over there. And then I'm looking for Highway 3. And I see it right there, Highway 3. So, or not really Highway 3, I guess that's like a road, like a route or whatever. I'm like, great, I've got it. This is going to be like a 5,000 right here, at least like upper 4,000s score on this round. So I was feeling pretty confident. So, as you know now, this is right Shikoku, but there's, I guess, another area called Maiyama in the northern area of Japan, and that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because Maiyama it's kind of a very basic name. It means like, I guess, like before the mountain or in front of the mountain. So it kind of makes sense. There's a lot of people that have that as their last name, so it's common name. So I assume actually there are many Maiyamas in Japan. And so I'm looking here, I'm like, oh, if I go south, then maybe there will be a river. Oh, but here's my face of shock. And I was like, what is going on? So then I scroll in and I'm looking, okay, I guess that makes sense. There's a 3 road there. I think I saw Sanuki on the map there as well. And I was just like in utter disbelief. And at this point, I had figured that I had totally lost because there were a bunch of 5,000s on there. I'm like, I'm out of the tournament. Like, I just knew at that point. But, you know, had to play it through, and I just had to keep going. But yeah, utter disbelief. Look at that, Highway 3 right there, or Road 3, whatever, right there, Maiyama. It all matched up in my head, and I was just like, what is going on here? Because I thought that was just perfect. I thought I had it, but I obviously didn't. So this one was in Shikoku, obviously, in Kagawa, and there's Sanuki. So it matches up, obviously it is there. And there's a 3, Road 3 right there too. So that was probably the biggest, at least recorded failure I've ever had. But understandable, I think. However, I should have really paid attention to the map's name here. Lesson learned indeed. Alright, this is round 2. Already out at this point, by the way, just kind of playing it through, so my clicks are not as exact because I know I'm not gonna be able to get in there with a 20,000, score, because I mean, maybe I could, but it would have to be perfect, and I don't know, I was just kind of, my spirits were low at this point after that guess, honestly. But I was playing through it, looking around, trying to see if I could find any clues here. Bunch of cars, I was looking at there and seeing if maybe there's something I could use, and there's nothing there. So we are looking. Okay, so then I see a prefecture name right there, and I'm thinking, okay, I can look for those kanji on the map, and I thought I was like, okay, maybe this is looking kind of southern, and so I'm just kind of looking around and seeing if I can find a prefecture with those kanji. So I know like what those kanji are, so I was like, okay, great, I can just kind of look for that and scan the map, match it up, and I'll be good, right? Maybe it's in southern Japan. I was thinking like, I don't know what I'm doing here, honestly. I'm, yeah, putting the kanji. I'm like, oh, maybe it's hard because it doesn't tell me the kanji when I scroll in. So on Google Maps, it tells you like the English names. So I know how to read these, right? But I don't know the reading of them. So that doesn't make sense. But every character can be kind of, not every character, but a lot of characters can be read in multiple ways, depending on which characters they're next to. If hopefully that makes some sense there. So it's hard to know the exact reading of them sometimes. And southern Japan is my definite weakness. So I just plop something down in Ehime, just because I'm thinking it looks like it could possibly be there, just kind of the vibe I'm getting. Obviously, I should not trust my intuition at this point after the first guess, but I do here, and I'm going southern. Luckily, going in Shikoku here, honestly. So that was good to see. Somehow got some stroke of luck on that one. But we're gonna keep going. And what do we see here? Tsunami escape area, or building, or whatever there, right? So I can see here there's like a street, like an area, like a of the city, and that blue sign. But I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's actually in the north here. Maybe we're in like along the sea. So I'm just kind of scanning to think of an area where we might be. Oh no, I see the city. So you see that city on the sign, sorry. So that's actually the same kanji that I saw before for the prefecture name. So the prefecture name and the city match here. And I'm just trying to, oh, sorry for the sound. I'm just trying to match that up, and we are in Kochi. I'm like, great, works. Kochi makes a lot of sense here. So we are in Kochi. And we're in Kochi City. And I was just looking there, put it down there. That makes a lot of sense, near the ocean, right? So don't know what I'm going on about at this point, obviously, because I can't hear myself. But yeah, so we have that blue sign there, that tells us like the area of the city that we are in. But I was like, you know what, there's no way I can get this in the amount of time I have left. So I just kind of go around the map thinking where we might be and get an okay score here. For, what does that say, 4624? I can't really tell on the video I'm watching right now, but yeah, not bad. I'm happy with it, at least better than the Mayayama one. And then I don't know what I'm talking about here. Maybe I'm just like thinking I'm really lucky that I got that. Because remember, I'm thinking I'm playing the whole of Japan, but I'm not. So we see an airport. And it's an international airport. So it's got to be something pretty big. So I'm thinking it's a large city because it has an international airport. Does not look like Tokyo or, you know, so it can't be any of those airports there. And then I see Matsuyama. And so I'm like, great, it's Matsuyama. That was easy for me to find. So I found Matsuyama on the map. And it was another Shikoku one. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. So 3 of them in Shikoku now. Interesting. Still didn't make the connection in my head there. But we've got Matsuyama, and we are looking for the airport. I don't know. Okay, so it looks like I'm pretty happy that I found it there. It's kind of weird to watch myself back. Anyway, so we're at Matsuyama. Yeah, and so I'm just trying to place it in the exact spot here. Let's see, so I'm thinking the airport, we're on the right side of where we are. So if we look at the map, we can see some things. There's like a parking garage. So I'm looking at the parking garages on the map, and we're in parking garage B, and then that looks like parking garage A is to our north. So we are in like the second one from the north, like the southernmost parking garage. So I'm looking at that here. And I'm thinking, yeah, that matches up, maybe. I don't know what that street is, but I think that I'm good here. And do I go for it? I think I do. Yeah, taxi stand. I'm thinking, okay, that makes sense. Go for it. And I was wrong because I was silly here. I did not hit the return button. Another brain fart. So I was not having a good day. I should have returned to the start and then looked, and I was just placing it where I was right there. I don't know. I think I was still thinking about that first guess, and it got to me a little bit. Anyway, we got another round coming up here. And we're thinking, don't really have much to go off of so far. Let's see. Thinking, what was I thinking here? I was thinking just like the landscape looked very like luscious and green. River there. Train tracks. I was thinking, oh, can I get anything from there? No. And there was that little sign on the pole, but it doesn't give me information about where I am. I'm still trying to find out, look for more clues here. Don't really know, honestly. I think this is the one that I was just like really struggling with because there was like nothing. So I get in this town, and in the town I'm like looking around because a lot of times there are like a lot of hints in Japan. So for example, like construction areas will have like signs, and then they will have the city name on the sign. A lot of poles might have like some information about the city. Like it's usually quite easy to find out the city name in Japan, and so I was just kind of looking at every little thing to see if I could find anything like that. Didn't really find that. So, and then I found this sign. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that means that's the place that we're in. But I mean, I know that was like the first two kanji. I was thinking, oh, okay, maybe that's like the area we're in, but I couldn't really recognize that. So I kept going. And yeah, this is a little liquor store thing. So I'm saying get your alcohol there. And then got 2 minutes 14 on this one. Very long time for this. So keep going. Hope I'm not boring you all. Okay, so I missed some sign back here, and I saw, yeah, I saw this. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, that could be where we are. Maybe we're in Ichinomiya. So that Ichinomiya, it doesn't really make any sense, right? Because Ichinomiya is an area in, I think, Chiba or Saitama, I don't know, somewhere outside of Tokyo. And I was thinking, alright, that doesn't really match up with this landscape. But maybe there's another Ichinomiya. And then we see some signs for some park, parking, a JR station. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can find this like area, but I have a minute left. There's no way that I can just scour the map looking for that. It would just be a waste of time at this point. And so saw that on the bottom there on the post, you can see it's just telling you the name of the bridge. And so that doesn't really give me any information. I think I was thinking again that we were in southern Japan, rightly so. And so I was just kind of matching things up here. I'm thinking, okay, maybe we're somewhere around here. Yeah, Iho. Wait, didn't I just see it there? What was I doing? I don't know. I don't know what I was doing here. And yeah, Yo, there it is, right there. Right there, yeah, that's what it is. Yo, yo. Right there. Come on, Scooter. Yes, I got it. Okay, so I was thinking like, okay, interesting. Yo. So that made a lot of sense. I went ahead and went with it. I'm like, okay, great, I got it. And guess what? I was wrong. I was wrong again. So, I mean, I was right, but I was off. I should have looked a little bit more there, but I didn't. So, it was indeed in the right kind of area. So I was happy, but I'm like, why did I lose so many points for that? Like, I lost like half, like 20, almost 2,500 points, like more than that, right? So I lost a little bit more than half my potential points, and I'm like, that doesn't really line up. Okay, that's a little bit odd, but we're gonna keep playing. It's because I didn't know that we were doing Shikoku. So silly mistake. Always read the map. Okay, here I see Komatsushima and Kamo, and I'm thinking, oh, Matsushima. I know Matsushima. There's a Matsushima near Sendai. And so I'm looking for Matsushima. I see, gosh, Matsushima. Matsushima's right there. I'm like, great. So, what was this one called? Komatsushima? I think it was Komatsushima. So I'm looking for that on the map. I'm thinking, okay, I don't think I've heard of that before. It was kind of like strange that there was something called Matsushima, but it wasn't like, yeah, Matsushima, like doesn't really ring any bells for me being near Sendai. But Matsushima is definitely a big area, and I was thinking, it could honestly be that. But yeah, so I'm thinking, all right, maybe I got one here, and so I'm going with that. I think at this point I had given up. I'm thinking like there's no really way that I can do it. So going for a Matsushima guess here, even though it is not in Shikoku. So let's see, Matsushima Kaigan, which is like that main station that you use if you visit the area. So I'm thinking maybe it's around that area, Matsushima. Going around, I'm thinking, yeah, this could be it. Wrongly so. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's like more like inland, but it could be this. And so then I see that sign up there with some more information and some highway numbers. So I'm just trying to look at that and match those up with the highway numbers that are on the map here. So, yep. Just looking around, thinking, okay, maybe there's another Matsushima, because that's another one of these names that could be like quite common. And I see it. I got a stroke of luck here. Just looking around the map, somehow, I have no idea how I did this, somehow got Komatsushima there. And yep, and so I'm like, okay, great, I got it. Komatsushima, let's link up this highway and link up the names that I see here. And so I'm just trying to find it, trying to put a good placement in for the final round. And yep, that's what I'm doing here, just kind of looking through the map. Where is it here? So Tokushima is right there, and we see that on the sign there, Tokushima. So that's what I am. Oop, I burped a little bit there, sorry. Yeah, and so I'm trying to find something, but I can't, I really can't. I'm just kind of looking around, and Tokushima is the prefecture, but then we also see the Tokushima-shi, which is the city, and so that must be to our, I was thinking this doesn't really make sense because Tokushima seems to be on a road, like a 195 road, right? And so I'm just trying to link it up, and yeah. So Tokushima must be like to the east, according to that sign So I had to find the road, and then that road would mean that it's kind of to the east. So I'm trying to figure that out. But what I don't get here is that. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm thinking, okay, maybe we can just go in between, I guess. Somewhere around that area, like Tokushima, something like that. We've got about 10 seconds remaining here, and what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Putting it there, I guess. And we were way off. We were way off on that as well, and we lost a ton of points. And so now I'm very confused because this is the second time that has happened to me. Just not very far, right? 20 kilometers, but lost like over 2,000 points. So I'm thinking, like, what's going on? Why am I losing all these? And then I accidentally click Google Maps here. That always happens to me. Anyway, I'm like, all right, there's no way I got this. Like, I'm losing all these points. I can't get this. I'm not advancing. So I'm just kind of accepting defeat here, talking through it, and just like laughing at how poorly I did on this map. Hit the view summary, see my 14,000, look for that guy's name one more time, and I go show high score, see if there's any way that we beat him, and we didn't, unfortunately. He's right there. He got 24,323, and he came in 10th place, if that's saying anything. And he obviously destroyed it on that one. And I did not. So I noticed that he has little Don Quixote thing in his name, that little character. So I don't know why, but I'm showing you all, like, man, this guy knows his Japan stuff. And then I'm like, oh wait, actually, if I see Don Quixote there, then it's gonna be actual Don Quixote. So Don Quixote is like a big store in Japan. That's the logo for it. So I'm thinking, okay, this guy knows Japan stuff. That's his logo. You know, I don't think I would have been able to beat him anyway. So, yeah, I got 20th, thinking that all of Japan was in play. However, it was not only Shikoku. If I had known that, I think it would have been at least competitive. Maybe I could have done it. Maybe I could have beat him. But I didn't beat him, so what could have happened didn't. So I am out of the tournament, unfortunately. That's okay. There will be more tournaments. I like these ones with these elimination kind of tournaments. They're pretty fun. They're good. But yeah. So I was just kind of looking to see if anyone made that same mistake as I did with Maeyama up there, and no one did go in Akita for that. So I was just like, kind of like, what? No one made that mistake. And yep, that's kind of the end of it, guys.